You got a voluntary repo for $17,671.
I got pretty much screwed over. I was stupid at the time that I did it, and I came up for $760 a month for the car.
All right, we've got a mix today. Bad car loans, bad pricing, and even a lease on a Lamborghini that makes no sense. This is how bad math turns into bad decisions.
You just had a repo in 2024, right?
That was a voluntary repo. When I bought that truck and I drove it, the transmission started going out. I want to do that.
You bought 2 vehicles through there? You got a voluntary repo for $17,671.
That's the 4-wheeler.
That was in 2021. And then in 2024, you got a car for $13,529. It's in collections for $4,265. What kind of payments we looking for? Now, you know you're going to be high, so don't give me no little video payment.
If I want a Yukon or a Tahoe, I had a white one on there that looked pretty good. $1,000 a month. So what I need, a cosign?
Cosigner gonna save your life. I got this 2019 Tahoe Premier right here. It's 128. I got 94,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
I could probably get you done.
How much you need down?
We'll start with 3, and then, hey, whatever the bank says.
All right.
A lot of lenders see a voluntary repo as worse. It tells them the borrower didn't even try to write it out. They didn't struggle through the payments. So even if he does get approved on his own, which would be difficult, it's going to be very expensive. And it's going to put him in an even worse situation that he's already in.
I'm going to get this car back.
Why are you going to give the car back?
Because I got pretty much screwed over. I was stupid at the time that I did it, and I came up for $760 a month for the car.
$760 on what car do you have that payment?
Mercedes-Benz C300 2015.
Wow. And where'd you get it from?
I got it from CarMax. It was
CarMax? That's a ridiculous payment, bro, for a 2015 Mercedes.
Because my credit's pretty bad, but I'm trying to, I got my business, my own little business on the side, and I got a part-time job now, and I'm just like...
$760 a month for a 2015 Mercedes. That payment didn't suddenly become a problem. It was a problem from the start. Eventually, the reality hits that the payment isn't worth what you're driving. So the only option that feels left is to walk away.
I just need to get out of this car and get something lower, something decent.
And how much can you put down?
I could put $1,000 down.
And where's your credit at?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where it's at right now. It's not good for sure though. I'm trying to work on it. And I think what really got it down a lot too is because my payments were late all the time.
You were late on your payments all the time. That would drop it down quite a bit. Now, I get you approved through in-house, but you only need $2,000 down.
$2,000 down? And what you think you can get me approved for?
A Lamborghini Aventador. It's gonna be something basic, bro. Something to get you going.
Low credit and late payments. Instead of fixing the problem, he's trying to give the car back and move into another one, which is going to add another mark to his credit. When you can't afford the car you have, buying another one doesn't solve the problem. It just changes what payment you're struggling with, and usually makes the hole deeper.
Something to get you cheap payments.
I still want to stay in the foreign car though.
You still want a foreign car after that $760 payment? Man, you out of your mind. Toyota's foreign.
I like Hondas too.
Honda's a foreign car. Okay, we get you something like that. I thought you were talking about like Benz or Beamers.
Nah, I don't want nothing to do with that no more.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, bro, you're tripping.
Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, let me just collect another 1,000, save for another 2 weeks, and then I guess I'll just hit you up there.
Save my number.
If coming up with the down payment means waiting the next couple of weeks, the deal only works if nothing else goes wrong. No unexpected bills, no missed hours. Real life doesn't work like that. Something always comes up. So if the deal only works in a perfect 2-week window, it's already too tight to be taking on another loan.
He's a 428 credit score. His chances of being approved are going to be based heavily on a couple of things. Ready? How much does he have down? That's not enough. He has an Ally Financial that he is past due on $11,000. So he's already got a current car loan that he's proving he's not going to pay.
He's already $11,000 behind on the loan he has now. And instead of dealing with that, he's trying to buy another car. That old loan doesn't disappear. It's still there, still delinquent, and still damaging his credit. Trying to move on to another car doesn't reset anything. It just adds another application, another rejection, or another high-risk loan on top of a problem that hasn't been addressed.
Like, he's telling the bank already, like, I'm not going to pay you. So the chances of another bank saying, well, maybe you'll pay us, are slim. Sometimes they can buy you into a car loan. Like if somebody has $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 down, the bank will be like, well, we're in an equity position on it, so we'll take a shot on him. We don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this guy. This guy would need a big down payment. This is not somebody who's going to get approved on another car loan right now, especially with not a lot down. I agree with you. I think you should save some more money down. Cool? We'll move on to the next one. Okie doke.
At some point, he's going to have to deal with the loan. Even if the car is gone and the payments have stopped, the balance is still there. It's going to turn into collections, a charge-off, or a judgment. One way or another, it has to be dealt with. And it should be dealt with before buying another car.
I want to know what the payments would be on our most expensive truck on the lot, and I'm going to tell you. We would be looking at the 2026 GMC 3500 Denali Ultimate. Now, before I tell you the payments, I'm going to tell you the MSRP. This particular truck has an MSRP of $133,487. Now, that is Canadian dollars. Before you get mad at me about the price, I didn't pick it. It's a manufacturer MSRP. Do with that what you will.
That's around $97,000 US. Trucks used to be practical purchases. At that price, you're looking at something that costs as much as a down payment on a home. Even with good credit and a decent income, a $100,000 truck is a serious commitment. The payment, insurance, fuel, and long-term costs add up fast.
If you walked into Bannister GM this month, which is January 2026, this is exactly what I would show you. From an MSRP of $132,788, I would sell you this truck at $125,279.52. With $0 down over an 84-month term, you're going to be looking at $940 bi-weekly at a 3.99% interest rate. Now, there are a few other rebates that you can qualify for, but this would apply to anybody that came in. $940 is what it takes to drive the fanciest truck that we have here on the lot, assuming that you're from BC and assuming that you're putting $0 down.
$686 US every 2 weeks for 7 years. For a vehicle that starts depreciating the minute you drive it. When you say the payment out loud, it might not sound so crazy. When you say what it's actually for, it lands differently. That's not housing, that's not an investment, that's a truck.
Dad, this is the worst car deal you've ever seen. Walk us through what happened here.
Well, it's one of the worst car deals I've ever seen. This was a lady who found a 2018 Mazda 3, okay, and the price was like $13,900. With fees and everything that the dealership added, they got the price up to $18,767.86. That's not the worst part. The worst part is they got her approved for a 75-month loan at 29.99%.
A 30% interest loan. At that rate, most of your payment isn't even going towards the car. It's going towards the interest. You can pay every month and still barely touch the balance. And once those add-ons got involved, it got worse. Individually, each one probably sounded small. Rolled into the loan, they quietly add thousands to the deal.
The finance charge on that loan is $23,449.64. That is almost $5,000 more than the actual total price of the vehicle. She ultimately will end up paying $42,217.50 for this vehicle, assuming for a moment that she keeps it for the 75 months.
So this is a perfect example of being sold on a payment, $562.90, but ultimately not getting a fair deal.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing. The only thing fair about this deal is they included gap insurance for her because, well, she is tremendously upside down on this car loan.
$42,000 for a $13,000 car. It feels like something that shouldn't even be allowed, but it is. It only happens when people don't fully understand what they're signing. Interest, fees, add-ons, long terms. It all stacks up quietly until the final number is unrecognizable from the price of the car. This is why reading the contract matters. Not the payment, not the approval, the total cost.
So do not let this happen here. Do your research. Pops, look over here. The camera's over here.
Oh.
Do your research, and obviously don't let this happen to you.
And if you don't understand everything that's being presented to you, and this customer did not, stop the process. Get it explained to you until you are comfortable with what it is that you're about to sign. If you don't look at what you're about to sign and you just sign it, well, you have subjected yourself to, 75 months of hell.
When a huge chunk of your income is locked into one loan, you lose flexibility. Savings get pushed off, emergencies go on credit cards. Every other decision has to work around that payment. And because the balance stays high for so long, you're stuck. Selling the car doesn't help, trading it doesn't help. You're locked into the loan whether the car fits your life or not.
These lease deals are getting out of hand. I made a video about the 750S lease for $5,000 a month, and I showed you how bad of a deal that was. I didn't think those deals could get any worse. However, I found a deal even worse than this 750S lease, and that's right up here. This is a 22 Lamborghini Aventador SV Coupe Ultimate. They're asking $5,500 a month for this car. This car is a 60-month closed-end lease. Again, it is pretty much a rental contract that you are signing. You do not own that car at all. $5,500 for 60 months. Plus, you need to put $93,000 down. And the worst part is, you only get 1,000 miles per year.
This one's a bit older, but it still applies. That's not just a car expense. That's a full monthly budget on its own. With a lease like that, there's no upside. You're not building equity. You don't own anything at the end. Every month, that money is gone no matter what is happening. Good month or bad month, the payment is still due.
So 1,000 miles divided by 12 months is 83 miles a month you are allowed to use that car. 83 divided by 30, you get 2.7 miles a day to use that car. Not only are you putting 100 grand down, which you lost the minute you put that down, but you're paying $5,500 a month just to have this car sit in your driveway. Also, with all of your monthly payments plus the money down, this is how much you would have spent on that car after 60 months to not even own it at all. That is money burnt. And for everybody that's saying you could write this off because it's a lease, you have to prove you're using this car for business purposes. And how on earth are you going to be able to prove that an Aventador SV Coupe Ultimate is being used for business purposes?
All that money is gone in exchange for very little time behind the wheel. And once the lease is over, the payment stops. But so does everything else you paid for. Nothing carries forward, no value comes back. It's a reminder that the numbers matter more than the badge on the hood. If you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.